Hello and welcome to Talk a Good Build Up. The team news is just creeping out as we're away to get underway. West Ham United obviously take on Sheffield United. Pellegrini, the fans were saying we need change as well. There's definitely changes. There's 5 changes to the team that faced Everton. Before I read out, Gonzo, how are you feeling? Are you having a little sneaky look at the team before there?
Yeah, I am, mate. Yeah, got the phone in front of me. I'm shocked, actually, is my initial reaction, and it is an initial reaction. And would you like to read it out, sir?
The team is Roberto keeps his place in goal. The back four has got 2 changes. Actually, it's got 3 changes. Sorry. Aaron Creswell comes in at left back for Masuaku. Balbuena replaces Ogbonna in the centre back position. Diop retains his place, and Pablo Zabaleta comes in for Ryan Fredericks. Declan Rice continues in the middle of the pitch with Felipe Anderson keeping his place on the left. Snodgrass joining Noble in the middle. Yarmolenko out on the right, and then Sebastian Aller continues up front. So Masuaku, Ogbonna, Fredericks, Lanzini, Fornals out, and in comes Yarmolenko, Robert Snodgrass, Aaron Creswell, Fabian Balbuena, and Pablo Zabaleta. Risky by Pellegrini?
Confusing, I think. I mean, firstly, we should probably temper it by saying Pellegrini knows more about football than I do. Clearly, this is the sort of team I'd expect us to put out if we were playing Manchester City. It's safe at the back, you know. You're dragging in Zabaleta in place of the more marauding and faster Fredericks. You're bringing in Snodgrass and dropping in a playmaker to create more of a battle in central midfield. You're basically saying with this formation, we better attack with Yarmolenko, Anderson and Haller, and just bearing in mind I didn't think we attacked with enough players as it was. We're playing Sheffield United for good's sake, not for goodness sake, you know, not Barcelona. So that's my main thing. But obviously that's the tactical way I'm thinking about it. From the man management point of view, he's clearly sent them a clear message to the squad saying, what happened before wasn't good enough. I'm prepared to drop absolutely anybody, and it looks like he has.
Anybody except Felipe Anderson. The thing is, though, you said safe. I don't think it is. I don't think playing Zabaleta right back is safe anymore. I think it was a year ago, but today I don't think it is. I think Fredericks has been quite consistent. I think Ogbonna's probably been our hammer of the year so far. So he's dropping 2 players that aren't really coming in for any criticism from the fan base. So as soon as you do that, you put a bit of pressure on yourself, actually, because if we don't get a result today, we said if we don't win today, there's going to be a bit of pressure on Pellegrini. Actually, now you've done these changes, if you still don't win, there's even more pressure than there would have been if you continued. I think playing it safe, we didn't mean keeping Fredericks in and Ogbonna and keeping the good performers in there. I'll read out the bench because Jack Wilshere is not on the bench, so Pellegrini did say there was knocks from Everton, but he didn't say who's. Jack Wilshere must be one of them. The bench is Chris Martin. It's not Chris Martin. That's Coldplay. I must be.
He's gone for a lightweight player.
I think it's because of their song "Fix You." I think that's what Pellegrini's trying to do today. David Martin's on the bench. We've got Ogbonna on the bench and Fredericks on the bench, which would insinuate they're not injured. That they've been dropped because Pellegrini wants to drop them. Lanzini, Fornals, Sanchez and Ayeti. So no Jack Wilshere on the bench. I think it's risky. I think I'm glad Yarmolenko's in. I can understand Snodgrass because he's a bit of a grafter. He's a battler in there, and Sheffield United are going to battle. So I think he's also thinking, let's match him in midfield at the very least. Let's match him in the middle. Go 3v3. 3 players for West Ham who should really roll their sleeves up and get ready. Noble, Rice and Snodgrass, they should be up for it. They'll be up for it. Then it's a case of can Yarmolenko and Anderson create enough. And he said about how Aller is isolated. I think he's maybe dropping the attacking midfield and number 10 role almost to allow Anderson and Yarmolenko to come in and make the pitch a little bit narrower, which is good. But that's only good if you've got Fredericks and Creswell coming down the side. I don't know. I think it's risky. It's risky by Pellegrini. Do you want the Sheffield United lineup?
Not really, but you better read it out because it's a build-up show. I do wonder if, what do you think we'd be better off with Chris Martin or Roberto in goal?
I think Roberto deserves to keep his place. To be fair, I just think Ogbonna one's an unnecessary risk. I think, saying that, when we did the preview, I sat here saying I think Ogbonna and Diop's going to struggle with their physical strikers, and I think Balbuena deals with them better. I've sat here saying I think Balbuena's better at bringing the ball out of defence than Ogbonna and Diop. So, I shouldn't really complain. I just don't think Ogbonna deserves to be dropped at all, to be honest with you. I think, if anyone, just probably Diop out the two. I think that's a real strange one for me. But Sheffield United, they lined up with their formation, however you look at it, 3-5-2, Henderson in goal, O'Connell, Egan and Basham at the back, Stevens and Baldock wing backs, Norwood, Fleck, Lundstram in midfield, McGoldrick and Robinson up front. No surprises from Sheffield United, and it's almost like no excuses for Pellegrini, because you could have named that Sheffield United 11 on Monday night. The only question mark is, was Callum Robinson fit enough to start? He is. He's starting up front. What's your thoughts now that you've seen their lineup or heard their lineup?
I don't care that their lineup is much of a muchness. We know exactly how they're going to play. What I find surprising is that following the Everton game, where we really didn't show too much attacking intent, that he's not gone with the more attacking team. Clearly, he's looked at the Everton situation and thought something's wrong here. So he's identified the problem. I just think he's possibly chosen the wrong solution, because I've been looking at the team now for a little while thinking we need to attack a bit more. So he's done the other thing. He's removed an attacking player from the process. And that's what I mean by playing it safe. Yeah, I think it probably is safer to play Fredericks rather than Zabaleta. But I just mean in his mind, it's almost he's going into the game in almost a negative mindset, thinking, oh, hold on, we better, keep it neat and tidy and shut up shop against Sheffield United. I just think it's totally the opposite way I would have gone. We don't know. We don't know how he's going to deploy them. It may well turn out that actually we find out he's got.
Don't say Snodgrass on the wing.
Well, I was just about to say, you might find that Yarmolenko is right up next to Haller. He might throw a tactical switch, and that might be something to do with it. I'm thinking it as in he's playing exactly the same shape as he normally plays, but he has taken Lanzini out and put Snodgrass in to have another grafter in the midfield. And I just think, well, actually, we didn't need another grafter in the midfield. We've got Declan Rice and we've got Mark Noble in there to do the grafting. What we needed to do is to get the attacking players closer to Sebastian Haller. It's going to be interesting to see how he does that. I mean, I'm hoping he does come up with a tactical master plan, and we're laughing at the fact when we do the review on this channel, whenever it is at 4:45, 4:50, that we're laughing at how naive we were in this build-up show. And what do we know? Because I'm just a plumber and I don't know anything, and Pellegrini's got it tactically spot on. But it does seem a little bit cautious, a little bit safety, bearing in mind we're playing Sheffield United at our home ground.
Yeah, but he might play Snodgrass on the left and put Anderson in the middle and then leave Yarmolenko out on the right or something. It's a good point, actually. We don't really know what he's going to do. We'll soon find out. Within the first 10 minutes of the game, we'll understand what his setup is. But they're going to come at us fast, and I think he's almost gone British a little bit. Now, I know Balbuena and Zabaleta are not British, but they've got that sort of British ethos a little bit. They would fit into Sheffield United's team, if you like, those two. So I think he's just gone for pure hard work and grafters and at the back and in midfield. Then he's hoping that Yarmolenko, Anderson and Ale will do something up front. And them three do put a shift in. They don't shy away from a tackle. It's just a bit, I don't know, there's something wrong when you've got a £25 million Fornals that you bought in the summer sitting on the bench. You've got Lanzini, who's worth £25 million, sitting on the bench. You've got a £10 million striker that you bought in the summer sitting on the bench and stuff. That's £60 million worth of talent between the three of them. And instead of them, we're playing, Snodgrass. It's just, I don't know. I think it's good. I get what he's doing, but I think it's more, I think he's almost going for like a 1-0 win, to be honest with you, with that lineup. And to be honest, I would take that. I would take any kind of win today, Gonzo. I'll take an ugly win. Let's just get that 3 points, get the morale and the confidence, and we can worry about the pretty football, hopefully, against Newcastle. Could I get your final thoughts, though, on the game and stuff, now that you've seen the lineups, and your final score prediction? You said 2-0 on Thursday night, so it'll be interesting to see if you stick with that. I'm going to say that you maybe not. One thing I'll add, though, a Sheffield United fan watched the preview and left a comment underneath, which is good. I like hearing other fans' opinions on our opinions on them, if that makes sense. And he basically said they've not lost an away game in nine games since they lost an away game, but they've not lost a game by more than one goal in 56 league games. So that's last season plus one game, and this season they've not lost by a 2-goal margin. So with that in mind, final thoughts on your score prediction, please.
Yeah, 4-0 West Ham. No, I'm joking, of course. I've got no tactical reasons to think we'll win. The form suggests we won't, because since we lost in a humiliating fashion to Oxford, we've been absolute pants. The team selection does not inspire me with any confidence whatsoever. So it's a wing and a prayer. It's God's grace and a fair wind, and it's with a bit of hope. I know this doesn't concern you, but I watched the most epic rugby match in the world this morning, and England got to beat the New Zealand All Blacks and got to the World Cup finals, which is absolutely magnificent. I then went down to the park and I watched my son win 5-1 to a team that previously they'd lost 3-0 to just a couple of months ago. So I'm feeling today is my day, Gio, and I think we're still going to win 2-0, and I think Felipe Anderson is going to have a red bottom because he had his bottom smacked last week, and I think he's going to come out with a point to prove, and I get a goal. He's due a goal.
He owes his manager. Felipe Anderson. Yeah. It's not just we've been questioning Pellegrini stuff. Felipe Anderson owes Pellegrini a performance today to say thank you very much, because Lanzini Fernandez is on the bench. You've started me again. Felipe Anderson has to step up. Do you want to know our Betway charity bet for this game?
I do.
Under 2.5 goals. The game to be a draw, so basically 0-0 or 1-1. Sheffield United to have 5 or more corners and 3 or more match cards, and that is at 12-1. Only with Betway. Go find it, betway.com, and click on the game, click on Bet Your Way, and you'll find the Hammers chat bit. So yeah, £50 on that from Betway. So, well, hopefully we don't win money for charity. I'd rather win the game, but if we don't win, hopefully we get some money for charity.
You've painted yourself into a corner with that one.
I'm sticking with 0-0. I just think our team's quite. There's not much. The Man City are playing Aston Villa right now, okay? And before the game, they were showing Jack Grealish, and someone, I think it was Owen Hargreaves, said that's a player you'll pay to come watch. There's not many of them on the pitch this afternoon from the kickoff. Yeah. There's not many of them.
What's the score?
It's just 3-0 Man City. But and it's just got that vibe about it, to be honest with you. But anyway, Man City just had a player sent off to make it interesting. Fernandinho just been sent off. Anyway, so we'll wrap it up there. We'll be back 4-5-5 for the review. Gonzo's sticking with 2-0. I'm sticking with 0-0, by the way. I'm still gonna say 0-0. Let us know in the comments below your last minute score predictions and what your thoughts are on the lineups, because then you can come back to it after the game and say told you so, because I can guarantee you we don't win. That's exactly what Gonzo's going to be doing on the review. Join us at 4-4-5. Catch you in a bit.